I suffer from getting a thick waist when I do those kind of movements. What is good, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Rory Gissing, a men's physique IFBB pro, and recently I've been asked quite a few of the same question, which is what is my top 10 exercises? I thought it was kind of strange that a few people asked me that exact question over the space of just a week, and then I realized it's because Chris Bumstead just did his top 10 exercises as well. So I thought I'd have a bit of fun with it and put a twist on it and say, let's do the top 10 exercises for men's physique competitors or aspiring men's physique competitors. So here's the list of my top 10 exercises if you want to be a men's physique competitor. So for men's physique, you need a small waist, huge chest, huge shoulders, and a big sweeping back. So huge chest is going on for the number one slot with some incline dumbbell presses. Incline because nearly everyone struggles growing their upper chest, so incline is going to be the one, and dumbbells just because you can get a much better stretch. It seems to be healthier on my shoulders as well when I do it with dumbbells over a barbell or Smith machine. So incline dumbbell press has got to go in there. Next up for your shoulders, lateral raises. I'm probably going to say dumbbell lateral raises, even though the cables, yes, in theory, get a much better contraction over the full strength curve of the exercise. However, there's something about dumbbell lateral raises which just seem superior, and you can't deny that some of the best shoulders in the world were built doing the dumbbell lateral raises and not just cables. They probably do both at the same time, to be fair, but there's something about throwing around some iron and doing some dumbbells instead of the cables. So moving on to get that big sweeping back that I mentioned, the number 3 spot goes to the single arm lat pull down. Say what you want about it. When I tried this, it was just so superior to your traditional wide grip pull downs, pull-ups, V-bar handle pull downs. You just get a superior lat contraction when you do it with single arm. Now, a lot of competitive bodybuilders have to have 2 back days. One to try to get that lat width, and then another one to focus on thickness. So I do think thickness, especially in men's physique, is just as important as how wide your lats are. So my 4th pick is going to be a seal row with dumbbells. Now this is just my favorite exercise for thickness. Again, I just feel the connection is so superior to doing like a barbell bent over row. However, not a lot of people have access to a seal row bench. So I'm gonna say, if you don't have the seal row bench, then doing bent over dumbbell rows, dumbbell rows, both arms at the same time, not single arm dumbbell rows, but dual arm dumbbell rows bent over so your back is flat as, so you can kind of mimic that seal row, you just don't have the chest support. Now we've tackled the big exercises, let's break down and look for what is needed for a men's physique competitor. Of course, one of the first thing that comes to mind is great abs. So hanging leg raises being one of the best ab exercises is going to go in for number 5. Now, arms is tricky because there's a million types of curls and a load of different tricep extensions. I'm going to throw in traditional dips as a fantastic tricep builder for your number 6 slot. Another good thing with dips is it does have some chest activation, but then the negative could be some shoulder pain. A lot of people experience shoulder pain when they do dips, but then that normally means there's going to be an issue with either your form or you are carrying an injury already. Now for biceps, the number 7 slot is going to go for preacher curls. And if I had to choose one, I'm going to say dumbbell preacher curls, just because you get a better wrist movement, so you don't actually have to force your wrists open or into a fixed position the way you would do with a Z bar or just a barbell. Now, even though this is for men's physique, you've got to train legs. So the next 2 are going to be leg exercises. You do not want to be walking around with this massive tank of an upper body and then 2 toothpicks sticking out the bottom of your shorts. It is a bad look, guys. Do not skip leg day. Plus, they did just announce that in the pro leagues, leg size is now being judged. How well you fill out your board shorts is going to count. So I'm going to be throwing in pendulum squats to get a great quad sweep. It was a tough one because hack squats are good, but I find hack squats actually tax my knees a lot more, and pendulum squats I can get deeper and I'm in less pain. It just seems to be a much better flowing movement. I'm not doing squats just because I suffer from getting a thick waist when I do heavy compound squats and deadlifts. So squats and deadlifts are out of my top 10. Just because we are now talking specifically for men's physique. If you are going to be classic or bodybuilding, then I think squats and deadlifts are going to be way up there for your in a top 10 list. But because you get some back support with a pendulum, I just find that waist thickening is going to be reduced to an absolute minimum. Now, the best exercise for hamstrings is probably going to be an RDL, but again, I suffer from getting a thick waist when I do those kind of movements. So it's going to be a seated leg curl. Seated because you get a better stretch through the hamstring, which is going to mimic what you would be doing with an RDL anyway. And being able to stretch a muscle like that is going to yield better results in the long run. Now, the only body part left that I haven't mentioned is calves. However, I simply cannot deny that dumbbell flies are one of my favorite exercises ever. And again, you can argue that a pec deck, a fly machine, cable flies are all superior to dumbbell flies. However, my chest exploded when I started doing progressive overload with heavier weights with my incline dumbbell flies. That is what built a thick chest for me. I do have a chest exercise already, but I am going to say I hate training calves. Many people are going to say that it doesn't even matter if you train calves or not, it's genetics. Kind of wrong. My calves have grown somewhat, a little bit over the past 10 years of trying to train them, but my chest has tripled in size ever since I've really hit hard with the dumbbell flies. Just a theory that I've come up with is, again, the extreme stretch that you get when doing dumbbell flies that you don't quite get if you're using cables, for instance. I just don't feel the same stretch. I feel you get pulled more outwards than backwards the way you would do with a dumbbell. Anyway, that is my top 10. Love it or hate it. It's just my opinion. But do let me know in the comments if you agree or disagree, or if you had a better alternative. And I'd really appreciate it if you liked this video. It does go a super long way, especially that I'm a new content creator and I'm trying to get myself out there. So guys, for bigger, better videos, like, comment, subscribe, and I will catch you in the next video.